Have you ever felt the power within you? It's a force that arises when you live true to your identity, when you're not hiding, not pretending, but fully embracing who you are. That feeling of strength and authenticity, when you let go of the masks you've been wearing, is like a hidden wellspring of power waiting to be tapped. It's a power that comes from within, and when you access it, you become unshakable. You stop worrying about what others think, and you start living according to your own truth. But here's the real question. When you express your true identity, the person you really are, without the fear or the pretense, can that authenticity become such a powerful weapon that it makes your enemies tremble? Can simply being true to yourself create an aura of strength that others can't help but respect, even fear? The answer is yes. Your true identity, when embraced fully, is one of the most powerful forces you can possess. True identity refers to the ability to live authentically, embracing your emotions, values, and interests without being swayed by external pressures or societal expectations. It's about being completely true to who you are, without hiding parts of yourself or pretending to be something you're not. When you fully recognize and accept your true self, something remarkable happens. Not only do you build unshakable self-confidence, but you also create a force so strong that those who wish to undermine or oppose you are left powerless. Living authentically doesn't just boost your confidence. It gives you a strength that others can't touch. It makes your presence known, it makes your voice heard, and it creates an influence so magnetic that it forces people, even your enemies, to take notice. The strength that comes from being unapologetically yourself is one that makes you invincible in the face of adversity. The purpose of this video or article is to explore how your true identity can become a mighty weapon, one that helps you overcome opposition, stand firm against threats, and earn the respect of those who may try to tear you down. We will dive into how recognizing and embracing your true self can make you resilient in the face of challenges and help you build not only a stable, fulfilling life for yourself, but also become an influential person in society. Throughout this discussion, we'll explore how the power of authenticity can be used as a tool for personal empowerment and social influence. Living true to yourself can reshape your reality, allowing you to lead with purpose, inspire those around you, and face life's challenges with unwavering confidence. This isn't just about self-esteem. It's about using your true identity to create lasting change in your life and the lives of others. So, let's explore how you can tap into the power of your authentic self and start using it as a weapon for growth, success, and respect. What exactly is true identity? In its simplest form, true identity is about living in harmony with your emotions, values, and passions, without the pressure to conform to the expectations imposed by society, family, or peers. It's about shedding the mask you wear to fit into roles or meet the demands of others, and instead, embracing the full spectrum of who you are. It's a commitment to being authentic, to stop pretending, stop hiding parts of yourself, and accept who you are, flaws and all. In a world that often tells you to change to fit in or meet specific standards, the concept of true identity encourages you to reject those external pressures and connect with your inner self. It's not about being perfect or achieving some ideal version of yourself. It's about acceptance, freedom, and empowerment. True identity is the foundation of a fulfilling life. It's when you are most aligned with your true self that you experience true happiness and meaningful relationships. So, let's dive into what true identity really means and how embracing it can unlock your full potential. There is a common misconception that living authentically means you have to be perfect. Social media, entertainment, and even societal norms can paint an image of perfection, flawless beauty, success, or an ideal lifestyle. Many people then feel pressured to strive for this perfection, believing that they must meet these external standards to be accepted or to live a meaningful life. However, this could not be further from the truth. True identity is not about being flawless or having every part of your life in perfect order. In fact, the more you embrace your flaws and imperfections, the more you step into your true self, The beauty of living authentically lies in accepting your mistakes, your weaknesses, and your challenges, all the parts that make you human. Authenticity is about being comfortable with your imperfections and mistakes. Instead of hiding these aspects of yourself, you acknowledge them. When you do this, you stop running from your vulnerabilities and instead use them as a foundation for growth. You begin to realize that your imperfections are part of your story, your journey, and what makes you unique. These qualities are not flaws to be ashamed of. They are strengths that add richness to your character and make you a more relatable, grounded individual. Living authentically doesn't mean you don't aspire to improve. It simply means you accept where you are and trust that you are enough as you are, imperfections and all. True identity is not a destination of perfection, but a lifelong process of self-acceptance and growth. One of the most powerful aspects of true identity is the freedom it brings. When you live authentically, you break free from the societal constraints and expectations that often limit your potential. You no longer feel the need to conform to how others think you should live or behave. Instead, you make decisions based on what aligns with your true self, not based on what others expect of you. This freedom comes from shedding the weight of trying to please everyone. For most people, the fear of judgment, rejection, or not measuring up to external standards often leads them to wear masks or play roles that don't align with who they truly are. These masks limit your ability to live fully and experience life as your authentic self. When you live true to yourself, you begin to feel a sense of liberation. You stop worrying about how others perceive you and start focusing on what makes you feel fulfilled. This freedom to be yourself is a powerful strength because it gives you the courage to follow your passions, pursue your dreams, and create the life that you truly want. You no longer feel confined to the box others try to put you in. You can act freely, express yourself genuinely, and make decisions that reflect your core values. True freedom is not about ignoring others or being selfish. It's about living in alignment with your true nature. When you feel free to express who you are without fear of judgment, you radiate a confidence that is magnetic. People are drawn to this authenticity because it gives them permission to be their true selves as well. Living authentically goes far beyond personal fulfillment. It also has a profound impact on your relationships and your interactions with the world. True identity is not just about feeling good about yourself. It's about creating strong, healthy, and meaningful connections with others. When you are clear about who you are, you no longer feel the need to hide behind a mask or wear a facade to impress others. You connect with people on a deeper level because you are showing them the real you. And when people sense your authenticity, they are more likely to respond in kind. This is the foundation for building trust, empathy, and genuine relationships. Being true to yourself also helps you attract people who resonate with your values, passions, and ideas. Instead of trying to mold yourself to fit into groups or relationships that don't serve you, you naturally attract people who align with your true identity. These authentic connections are more likely to be lasting and fulfilling because they are rooted in mutual respect and understanding. On the flip side, living authentically helps you set boundaries that protect your emotional and mental well-being. When you are clear about who you are and what you stand for, you are better equipped to navigate relationships and interactions that might otherwise be toxic or draining. You'll know when to walk away from situations or people that don't respect your true self, allowing you to preserve your peace and energy for the things that truly matter. True identity is the key to creating a life that is aligned with your deepest desires and values. When you live authentically, you are not only happier but also more fulfilled. The relationships you build will be more genuine. Your decisions will feel more purposeful. And you'll find that life has a new sense of meaning and direction. Living true to your identity is not about perfection, but about accepting yourself fully and embracing both your strengths and weaknesses. When you embrace your true identity, you experience freedom from the expectations and judgments of others, and freedom to pursue your passions and dreams. True identity isn't just about personal satisfaction. It also transforms your relationships and creates deeper, more meaningful connections with others. When you show up authentically, you not only live a more fulfilled life, but also inspire others to do the same. So, ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your true identity? Are you embracing who you really are, flaws and all? Remember, when you do, you unlock the power to create a life that is authentic, purposeful, and deeply fulfilling. Living authentically is a powerful act of self-empowerment. When you fully embrace who you are, your values, passions, quirks, and even your flaws, you create an unshakable foundation for yourself. In doing so, you no longer give power to those who seek to undermine you. Your enemies, those who wish to see you fail or lose your way, find it increasingly difficult to attack you. Why? Because they can no longer exploit your weaknesses. When you've accepted yourself fully, you no longer carry the vulnerabilities that others can use against you. But what happens when your true identity becomes a force so powerful that it makes your enemies tremble? Let's explore how living authentically not only builds personal strength, but also creates a sense of fearlessness and influence that others can't easily ignore. One of the most significant effects of living authentically is the confidence it instills in you. Confidence is born from truly understanding who you are, accepting your strengths and flaws, and stepping into your power without apology. It's not about arrogance, but about having a deep belief in yourself and your value. This type of self-assurance is something that those who wish to harm you, whether it's through criticism, manipulation, or deceit, simply cannot handle. When you live authentically, your confidence becomes a shield. You no longer rely on the approval of others to feel validated, and that in itself is a radical act. This self-assuredness has a way of disarming those who thrive on seeing you doubt yourself. Those who wish to tear you down can only gain power over you if you allow them to affect your sense of self-worth. But when you live in alignment with your true identity, no amount of negativity or opposition can shake your confidence. You remain unshakable, and this, in turn, becomes a source of power that enemies can't easily combat. Think about the people in your life who have challenged or opposed you. Many times, their actions are fueled by insecurity or jealousy. When they see you confidently live your truth, it threatens their sense of control or superiority. They can no longer manipulate or discourage you with their words or actions. And when you stand firm in your true identity, you deny them the ability to make you feel inferior. You've effectively neutralized their power over you, and in doing so, you create a force that causes them to feel threatened. One of the most remarkable shifts that happens when you embrace your true identity is that you become fearless. Fearlessness is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. When you stop hiding behind the mask of who you think you should be and fully embrace who you are, you step into a space where your vulnerability becomes your strength. Why does this make your enemies tremble? Because those who seek to hinder you thrive on your fears. They want to see you hesitate, second-guess yourself, and retreat into the shadows. But when you embrace your true self, fear loses its grip on you. You become comfortable with your vulnerabilities and weaknesses, acknowledging them, but not letting them control you. You realize that there is power in being imperfect. Instead of hiding from your flaws or trying to suppress them, you own them, and this authenticity creates a profound fearlessness that can't be easily shaken by others. People who oppose you, whether personally or professionally, often try to exploit your vulnerabilities. They may use your insecurities, mistakes, or past failures to undermine your confidence or prevent you from moving forward. But when you no longer fear exposing your flaws, you strip away their ability to use these tactics. Your true identity, unafraid, unapologetic, becomes an armor that no longer leaves room for your enemies to attack. As a result, your adversaries are left powerless. They cannot manipulate you because your fears no longer give them the leverage they once had. Your fearlessness becomes contagious. Not only does it protect you, but it also inspires others to follow suit. They see you stepping forward, regardless of the risks or obstacles, and are encouraged to do the same in their own lives. When you live authentically, you don't just become a strong individual, you also become a role model for others. You set a powerful example of what it means to live true to oneself, despite the challenges or judgment from others. As you continue to embody your true identity, you inspire those around you to also embrace their authenticity. Your actions speak louder than words, and by living your truth, you encourage others to do the same. This role modeling effect can make your enemies feel even more insecure. Why? Because when you live authentically, you create a ripple effect that not only strengthens your own position but also encourages others to rise to their true potential. People around you start to recognize the value of living authentically and are inspired by your example. As they begin to embrace their own true identities, you become a force of influence, encouraging a larger shift in the way people think and behave. The more people see you standing firm in your true identity, the more likely they are to be inspired to do the same. This ripple effect doesn't just affect your immediate circle. It can extend to your community, your workplace, or even broader social networks. Your authenticity becomes a light that others are drawn to, creating a community of people who feel empowered to live as their true selves. But for your enemies, this is threatening. They no longer just see you as an individual they can target or manipulate. They see you as a leader, someone who inspires others to act and think for themselves. Your true identity becomes a challenge to their control or influence, and this is precisely why it makes them tremble. They cannot compete with your strength because it's rooted in something far deeper than any surface-level power they might possess. Your true identity is a powerful weapon. When you embrace your authenticity, you step into a level of confidence and fearlessness that cannot be easily undermined. Those who wish to bring you down or challenge you find that their attacks fall flat because you no longer give them the power to define your worth. Instead of cowering to their attempts to shake you, you rise above, becoming a role model and a beacon of inspiration for others to live authentically as well. Living true to yourself doesn't just protect you from harm, it makes you a force to be reckoned with. As you stand tall in your authentic self, your enemies can't help but feel threatened. You've created a presence so powerful that their efforts to undermine you only strengthen your resolve. When you live authentically, you empower yourself and inspire others, and those who seek to harm you are left powerless. Developing your true identity is not an easy task, but it is undoubtedly one of the most important journeys you can take in your life. It's a path that requires courage, self-awareness, and the willingness to face your fears. Embracing your true identity is about becoming the most authentic version of yourself. And this process takes time, reflection, and sometimes even hardship. However, it is also the most empowering and rewarding journey you will undertake because it allows you to live a life that aligns with who you truly are, without the burden of pretense, comparison, or fear of judgment. The first step in this journey is recognizing that you already have the power to be yourself. You don't need to pretend or change to meet the expectations of others. Too often, we find ourselves adapting to fit societal standards, family expectations, or the approval of our peers. However, the key to living a fulfilling and authentic life lies in realizing that you have the power to live on your own terms. This section will outline the essential steps for developing your true identity and how to become the strongest version of yourself. To truly understand your identity, you must begin by identifying what matters most to you. Values are the guiding principles that shape your decisions, behaviors, and interactions. Goals are the dreams and aspirations that drive you forward, giving you purpose and direction. Together, your values and goals form the core foundation of your identity. Discovering your values means understanding what you stand for, what is important to you, and what you believe in. It's about asking yourself the hard questions. What do I want out of life? What principles do I refuse to compromise on? What qualities do I admire in others? How do I want to contribute to the world around me? When you understand your values, you gain clarity on what makes you feel fulfilled. You also start to realize which people, environments, and situations align with your beliefs, and which ones don't. Your values will guide you in times of uncertainty, helping you to make decisions that feel true to your authentic self. Setting life goals comes next. Goals provide the direction and motivation needed to move forward. They can be long-term or short-term, personal or professional, but they should reflect your values. When you align your goals with your values, you create a life plan that feels meaningful and satisfying. Whether it's building a career that reflects your passions, pursuing relationships that align with your core beliefs, or cultivating habits that make you a better version of yourself, setting goals based on your values brings a sense of purpose to your journey. Living authentically begins with having a clear understanding of what you truly want from life and what you stand for. Once you identify your values and set your goals, you can begin to live with more intention, authenticity, and confidence. Living authentically requires facing your fears head-on. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to living true to yourself, and it often manifests as fear of judgment, rejection, or failure. But it's important to realize that fear is a natural part of the process, and embracing it is one of the most powerful ways to develop your true identity. When you live authentically, you will inevitably encounter rejection. Not everyone will understand or accept the real you, and that's okay. People might challenge your beliefs, question your decisions, or criticize you for not conforming to their expectations. But here's the truth. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a sign that you are living according to your truth, not someone else's. In order to truly develop your identity, you must be willing to face rejection without letting it define you. You'll need to accept failure as a part of the process, and not something that diminishes your value or self-worth. The key is to view rejection not as a defeat, but as an opportunity for growth. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, whether it's speaking up for what you believe in, following your passions, or setting boundaries with others, you are moving closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Overcoming fear also means learning to trust yourself. You won't always know what lies ahead, and the path to your true identity might not always be clear. But the more you face your fears and push past them, the more you'll grow in self-confidence and resilience. Overcoming fear and rejection isn't easy, but it is necessary for living authentically and embracing your true self. One of the foundational pillars of living authentically is self-love. Self-love is not about being self-centered or narcissistic. It's about recognizing your own value and treating yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion. To live true to your identity, you must learn to love and accept yourself fully, with all of your strengths and weaknesses. Self-love begins with self-compassion. It means understanding that you are worthy of love and respect, not because of what you achieve or how others see you, but because of who you are at your core. Self-love allows you to be vulnerable, to accept your flaws, and to grow from your mistakes without judgment. It gives you the confidence to be unapologetically yourself, without fearing criticism or rejection. Self-acceptance goes hand in hand with self-love. Accepting yourself means fully embracing both your strengths and your weaknesses. It means acknowledging your imperfections without trying to change them or hide them. Instead of wishing you were different, you accept yourself as you are and work to grow from there. This acceptance creates an inner peace that allows you to confidently express your true self, regardless of external pressures or expectations. When you cultivate self-love and self-acceptance, you build an inner strength that makes you unshakable in the face of criticism or negativity. You stop seeking validation from others because you already know your worth. This inner security becomes a magnet, attracting people who appreciate you for who you truly are, and repelling those who might seek to undermine you. While developing your true identity is a deeply personal journey, the people around you play a crucial role in supporting and reinforcing that growth. Surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded individuals is essential for maintaining your authentic self. You don't have to go through this process alone. A supportive community can provide the encouragement, understanding, and accountability you need to stay true to your identity. Building a supportive network means surrounding yourself with people who accept you as you are, who value your authenticity, and who support your growth. These people will help you stay grounded in your true self, especially when you encounter challenges or setbacks. A supportive community doesn't judge you for being yourself. Instead, they celebrate your uniqueness and help you evolve into the best version of yourself. Additionally, being part of a supportive community allows you to share experiences, learn from others, and find inspiration. When you see others living authentically, it reinforces your own journey and reminds you that you are not alone. This community serves as a safe space where you can explore your true identity, take risks, and grow with the support of others who are on a similar path. Ultimately, your community should encourage your self-expression and help you remain true to your values, even when it's difficult. When you feel supported and accepted, you can continue to grow in confidence and authenticity, knowing that you have a network of people who are there for you. Developing your true identity is a transformative journey that requires time, patience, and self-compassion. By discovering your values and goals, facing your fears and rejection, cultivating self-love and self-acceptance, and building a supportive community, you can develop a strong, authentic identity that empowers you to live your best life. Remember, the path to your true self is not always smooth, and there will be challenges along the way. But each step you take in embracing your true identity brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. Live with confidence, authenticity, and a sense of purpose, knowing that your true identity is a powerful force that can shape your life and the lives of others. Your true identity is an invaluable strength. When you live authentically, you not only become stronger in your own right, but you also become a force to be reckoned with. Those who would seek to undermine or manipulate you cannot do so, because your true identity offers a level of confidence and resilience that is unshakable. Your authenticity acts as a shield, making it nearly impossible for others to make you feel weak or insecure. Developing your true identity is not an easy journey, but it is crucial for becoming the strongest version of yourself. It's about embracing your values, accepting who you are, and not allowing external forces to shape or define you. Through this process, you unlock your power, creating a foundation that allows you to face challenges with confidence and to influence those around you positively. By discovering your values, facing your fears, and building self-love, you create an internal strength that empowers you to overcome obstacles and inspire others. This strength is not just for yourself, but it radiates outward, positively impacting your relationships, your community, and the world around you. Start the journey of exploring and developing your true identity today. Embrace who you are, face challenges head-on, and live with authenticity. Each step you take in being true to yourself brings you closer to the person you were always meant to be. I invite you to share your story in the comments about how you've developed your true identity and how it has helped you overcome opposition or challenges. Your journey may inspire others to begin their own path towards self-empowerment and authenticity. If you found this content helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to receive more insights on personal growth and developing your authentic self. Your journey matters, and the world needs you to live authentically.